If people click off your video before you finish your intro, it's not your topic, it's your tone. The first 30 seconds aren't about information, they're about emotion. Most creators start with context, great creators start with conflict. Once you learn how to build that emotional hook, your retention graphs will flip overnight. And here's why your first 30 seconds matter more than the next 10 minutes and exactly how to fix it. Honestly, YouTube doesn't promote videos that don't hold attention, and attention isn't earned with fancy editing, it's earned with tension, emotion, and feelings. According to recent data from YouTube's Creators Insiders team, vidIQ and TubeBuddy, the first 30 seconds can literally make or break your videos. Across hundreds of thousands of uploads, creators who opened with a curiosity or emotional tension held viewers up to 3 times longer than those who started with context or explanations like, today we're going to talk about this in the video. Even a 20% drop in that first half a minute can cut your average watch time by more than half. So this isn't opinion, it's platform math. And that's why the first 30 seconds decide whether your video dies in silence or gets picked up by the algorithm. So let's break down the 5-step system to creating an opening that hooks like a Netflix trailer, even if you're a beginner YouTuber. Step number 1, start with the moment of pain. That's right, identify the emotional frustration your viewer already feels. Pain opens a loop. Humans lean in when they recognize themselves in that pain. So write down the sentence your viewer would say to a friend when they're frustrated, and open your video by saying that exact line out loud, but use the words you instead of me in the first 5 seconds of your video, and watch how your retention graph responds. That dip after 5 seconds is gone. Once they feel understood, you've earned the right to teach. So that leads us to step number 2. Use the relatable truth line. And this is a short statement that captures what everyone in your niche silently believes. It's the "you said what I was thinking" moment. So start with something like, "Let's be honest," or "Here's the truth," or like I did in this video, "Honestly, YouTube ... Keep it under 7 words and mirror your audience's frustration. Here's an example. Mr. Beast uses this constantly. "I gave away $1 million to prove a point." It's not about the money he's giving away, it's about the truth, about the curiosity that it creates. So now that you have the truth, it's time to sell the vision. And that's step number 3. Paint the vision. People don't follow information, they follow transformation. So you need to ask yourself, what would this look like if it worked? What transformation am I showing with this video? And write that as one vivid sentence. For example, for this video, I could say something like, imagine your retention graph climbing instead of dropping, and you didn't change a single camera angle. And that creates the vision for them, that hooks them emotionally. Now that you've created that vision that emotionally hooks them, we need to create logic to back it up, which leads us to step 4, the logic bridge, the why this is happening moment. So in this spot, you say something like, here's why this keeps happening. And you tie it to a human behavior or algorithmic logic in this case of this video. For example, I could say something like, average viewers' attention span on YouTube is about 8 seconds. If you don't build tension in that window, you'll lose them algorithmically speaking. It's as simple as that. So now they understand why it's happening. The next step is to show them how to fix it. And that's step 5, the hook stack formula. This is the structure behind every viral intro. Number 1, pain. You ever notice how ... Step 2, you provide the truth. It's not actually X, it's Y. And then step 3, promise. By the end of this video, you'll ... So for example, you ever spend hours editing but still get 10 views? It's not your camera, it's your first 30 seconds. By the end of this video, you'll know how to fix that. Simple as that. That's the same 3-layer intro Mr. Beast, Ali Abdaal, and Dan Koh all use. The structure works. Now let's talk emotion. Now, step number 6, make it feel personal. Humanize the problem. Viewers trust creators who feel their journey. Reference your own struggle in one line. Then use a "but then" pivot to show change. For example, I used to open every video with an explanation, but then I realized nobody cared until they felt why it mattered. That little story builds connection, and people stay because now they want to see you win, which leads to step number 7, preview the payoff early. You want to tease the information before diving deep. So say something intriguing like, "You'll see how I tripled retention with one line change," and show a quick visual cue or graph or screenshot on the screen. Then cut to, "Let's break it down." That previewing the payoff boosts average view duration by 18 to 25%. It's insane. So when I started my channel, I didn't even know anything about the first 30 seconds or that it mattered at all. And I spent most of my time rambling, and in that time I was building connection, so I think that's what saved me. But the shift happened when I stopped thinking like a YouTuber and started thinking like a storyteller. Because the real change isn't in your retention graph, it's in how you see your viewer. You stop performing at them and you start speaking to them. So if you want to master this hook system and actually grow, watch this video next, where I break down how to structure your videos to create winning, engaging videos. Because you're not just a content creator, you're a story architect. Build connection first, and growth will follow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there. Bye for now.